It's me, Shadow here, and today we're gonna be talking about Tekken 8 because I've made a few Tekken 8 videos on this channel. I've made like one or two. I think when I was playing Tekken 8, I was still giving it a go. It wasn't my first Tekken game, but I did say it was just for the sake of it. But I wish I made more Tekken content, to be honest, because Tekken is such a fun fucking game. It's such a good game. There's no other game like Tekken. It's such a hard game, especially when you want to play ranked, especially when you want to play on the highest level. It's such a fun fucking game. Anyways, I want to talk about how this game has gone from basically being shit because season 2 was so bad. I didn't play season 2. I stopped playing Tekken 8 when Clive came out. Like, I played when he dropped. I stopped playing like 2-3 weeks after. I think I stopped playing. Yeah, I stopped playing when Anna got announced, but I was still playing when Clive was out. Tekken 8 was one of the worst things I've ever seen as a viewer, because I still watch Tekken. Even when I wasn't playing it, I was still watching it competitively because I love watching Evo, stuff like that. And rough, because you just saw Anna, you saw Dragonoff, you saw Brian, you saw Haro, you saw all these top tier characters just everywhere, and they weren't getting nerfed. The devs did not give a single fuck about their game's balancing. Now, fast forward to 2026, we had season 3 drop. Season 3 dropped with one of the worst balance patches I've ever seen in my life, and I've played thousands of games. I've never seen a balance patch that bad before. It was that bad where the community was in uproar and they released an emergency patch which was really good with the game at the time. But that emergency patch helped a lot. And then Season 3 came out. The first character to come out in Season 3 was Kunimitsu. Not a lot of people like Kunimitsu just because of the stuff she did in Tekken 7. Kunimitsu was such a top tier character in that game. Evo was just Kuni versus Kuni. Basically, the whole thing was like that. Don't get me wrong, she's out now and she needs a nerf desperately. She's a top tier character. She has too much broken stuff, and if an emergency patch doesn't happen soon, we're going to see the same events unfold. So why? Now that brings me back to the main question: why is Tekken 8 getting better? I'm going to start with Combo Breaker with what's his name? Yurichiro? I think I'm saying that wrong. Hanma's reveal for being in Tekken 8. Yujiro is from an anime called Baki, and Baki is like a martial arts fighting anime. It genuinely fits the aesthetic of Tekken to the T. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest fan of Baki, but I'm so hyped for this. And so is so many people. So many people that don't play Tekken have come out and said, yeah, they're hyped for this shit. Because this isn't just going to bring in casuals, this is going to get people that are already playing the game hyped as fuck. The Tekken sales have skyrocketed just because of this announcement before Yujiro comes out. We have two other characters for Season 3 to get through. But this genuinely announcement might have saved Tekken 8 straight up, because we just had the Kuni patch a few days ago, which was a really good patch. Most recent patch of Tekken is King didn't get touched. No, he got touched, but barely got fucking touched. Dragonoff didn't get touched. Alyssa didn't get touched, and Lee should have got touched a little bit. Those 4 characters definitely should have got touched. They didn't, but that's besides the point. Besides from that great fucking pack, I've reached my peak in Tekken 8 for the first time. I am Tekken God Supreme. Don't get me wrong, I know some of the hardcore Tekken fans saying, oh, you need to hit God of Destruction to be considered a peak rank. I don't care, man. It took me a while to get to Tekken God Supreme, and I'm happy with that rank. I'm not gonna, if I get better with Yoshi and I feel like I'm good enough to go for God of Destruction, yeah, I'll do it. But I'm not gonna do it anytime soon. But anyway, the one thing I will say about Tekken that was disappointing is the DLC character choices, to be honest. Season 1 was kind of shit, to be honest. Season 1 for Tekken 8 was dog shit. We had Eddie. I know what, okay, before I say anything, Eddie is very balanced in this game. He's extremely balanced. But what the fuck does he do? When he attacks you, you don't know what you're fighting because he just does some random ass shit. Yeah, you can say learn the matchup, but he fucking plays this game like a cartoon character, bro. But anyway, Eddie, I know some people love him, so I wasn't that mad about Eddie. We had Lydia, which was the second one. I love Lydia personally. She was one of my mains in Tekken 7 before she got nerfed. And in this game, I hate what they've done to her. She's such a cancer for this game. I probably won't pick her back up unless they turn her down, like properly tune her down. Because she's easy as fuck to play, and don't get me wrong, she's one of the few characters I refuse to rematch in Tekken. I refuse to rematch 3 characters, which is Lydia, Harung, and Alyssa. I refuse to rematch any of those characters. I will rematch anyone, even if they're spamming. I will rematch them, but I will not rematch those 3 characters because of how annoying they are to deal with. And I don't want to learn the matchup straight up. I don't. I know a lot of people love Heihachi. He's one of the most popular characters to play right now. But he's also broken. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a Mishima player. I've always liked the Mishimas, Devil Jin being one of my favourites. But I was like, okay, cool. And then the story dropped with Heihachi, and it was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Like, rating-wise, it was dog shit. And then Clive came out, and Clive was probably the worst thing to happen for Tekken for the longest period of time. He was so bad for the game. He was so bad for the game. Then Season 2 dropped. With the first thing of Season 2, we had Anna. And Anna's cool. Like, I know when she dropped, she was cancer to deal with. Like, the top tier character. And she was so annoying to deal with for Season 2. Which is whatever. I've never really cared for Anna or Nina, personally. I've always preferred Nina, to be honest. Anyway. Then we had fucking Ram. I loved fucking Ram in Tekken 7, but he wasn't my main. And then, in my opinion, I think he's kind of, I wouldn't say broken now, but I think he's kind of OP. I think he's kind of like hard to learn the matchup for now, but when he launched, I was skeptical because he was broken in Tekken 7, but he was actually fairly balanced. I was like, oh, fair enough, but there was still so much shit wrong with the game. I didn't want to go back and bite him straight up. I just couldn't be asked. And then we had my GOAT, my glorious Armored King. I didn't play Armored King when he dropped because Season 2 was that shit I couldn't be asked, but I love Armored King. Armored King is better than normal King in my opinion. But I started playing him a few weeks ago, and Armored King is one of the most satisfying characters to play in a fighting game. He is so incredibly fun. I love Armored King. And then we had Mirizo, which was a new character, and straight up, who the fuck plays Mirizo? If you play Mirizo, good for you. I ain't learning the matchup. I've never lost to a Mirizo personally, but that character, she just feels like a weird pick for Tekken. Her fighting style, everything, it feels so weird for Tekken personally. Season 3 comes around, we have Kuni, we have Bob, we have Roger, and we have Yurichito. I don't care for Bob. Roger is cool, and like I've always found Roger funny as hell. Bob I really don't care for. Kuni, Roger, and Yurichito is going to be so peak. DLC characters besides from Kuni, Yujiro, and Roger, because I don't care for Bob personally, and I don't care for Anna. I don't care for Mirizo. I already have all of Season 1. I don't care for any of those characters. Oh yeah, one thing I want to mention is why the fuck is stages locked behind payments, bro? Like, the Heihachi stage is one of the coolest stages in the game. Why the fuck can I not use it if I own Season 1? Like, that's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. But yeah, I'm glad Tekken is doing so well, and I might do a Tekken video on like Armored King or Yoshi. Probably an Armored King because I'm learning him right now. But yeah, Tekken has been a blast. I've been addicted to Tekken for this whole month, and it's probably still continuing because I'm getting the itch to play it again soon. I was supposed to do a stream this week for my Yoshi, to get Yoshi to Tekken God Supreme. I've already done that, so that stream ain't happening no more, so the next stream might be Warframe or something else. But yeah guys, that's all I have to say now for this video. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in a bit. Peace.